Welcome to English Speaking Edge, where you learn simple and practical English you can use in your daily life. If you are just starting to learn English, then this video is perfect for you. One of the most important things to learn first is how to talk about your home, because it is something you use in everyday conversations. Without the right vocabulary, it can be difficult to describe your surroundings or understand others. In this video, you will learn common English words related to the home that every beginner must know. These are simple, useful words that will help you speak about your daily life more clearly and confidently. By the end of this video, you will be able to name different things in your home, understand basic conversations more easily, and build a strong foundation in English. If you want to improve your English step by step, make sure to subscribe to English Speaking Edge, like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and share this video with anyone who is starting to learn English. Let's get started and make your English simple and strong. The first word is kitchen. A kitchen is a place to cook. It is the room in your home where you prepare food, cook meals, and sometimes eat. You use this word when talking about your home or daily activities like cooking and eating. It is one of the most common and important words for beginners. For example, you can say, "I am in the kitchen," to tell someone where you are. Another example is, "She is cooking in the kitchen," which describes an action. You might also say, "The kitchen is clean," to describe the room. Using the word kitchen correctly will help you talk about your home more easily and confidently. The second word is bedroom. A bedroom is a place to sleep. It is the room in your home where you rest, relax, and keep your personal things. You use this word when talking about your home or daily routine. It is a very common word, especially when describing your house or where you sleep. For example, you can say, "I am in my bedroom," to tell someone where you are. Another example is, "She is sleeping in the bedroom," which describes an action. You might also say, "My bedroom is very comfortable," to describe the room. The third word is bathroom. A bathroom is a place to wash. It is the room in your home where you take a shower, wash your hands, brush your teeth, and use the toilet. You use this word when talking about daily routines and activities at home. It is a very common word, especially in everyday conversations. For example, you can say, "I am in the bathroom," to show your location. Another example is, "She is washing her hands in the bathroom," which describes an action. You might also say, "The bathroom is clean," to describe the room. The fourth word is living room. A living room is a place to relax. It is one of the main rooms in your home where you spend time with your family, sit comfortably, watch TV, talk, or welcome guests. It is usually a comfortable space with a sofa, chairs, and sometimes a television or a table. You use this word when talking about your home, your daily routine, or activities you do with others. It is a very common word because the living room is often the center of family life and social time. For example, you can say, "I am in the living room," to tell someone your location. Another example is, "We watch TV in the living room every evening," which shows a daily habit. You might also say, "My family sits together in the living room after dinner," to describe a routine. Another example is, "The living room is very comfortable and spacious." When you want to describe the room, using the word living room correctly will help you speak more naturally, describe your home in more detail, and feel more confident in everyday conversations. The fifth word is door. A door is an entry point. It is the part of a house, room, or building that you open and close to enter or leave a space. Doors are very important because they provide privacy, safety, and control over who can come in or go out. Every home has many doors, such as the front door, bedroom door, and bathroom door. You use this word when talking about movement, giving instructions, or describing parts of your home. It is one of the most common words used in everyday English because we interact with doors many times a day. For example, you can say, "Please close the door," when you want someone to shut it for privacy or quiet. Another example is, someone is at the door, which means a person is outside waiting to come in. You might also say, can you open the door for me when you need help? Another common sentence is, the door is locked, which means it cannot be opened without a key. The sixth word is window. A window is something that lets in light. It is a part of a wall, usually made of glass, that allows sunlight and fresh air to enter a room. Windows also let you see outside without leaving your home. You use this word when talking about your home, describing a room, or speaking about light, air, and what you can see outside. It is a very common word in everyday English, especially when describing places and surroundings. For example, you can say, please open the window when you want fresh air to come in. Another example is, the window is closed, which means no air can enter. You might also say, I like to sit near the window, to describe a preference. Another example is, the sunlight comes through the window, when talking about light entering the room. The seventh word is roof. A roof is the top cover of a house or building. It protects the inside of the home from rain, sun, wind, and other weather conditions. Without a roof, a house would not be safe or comfortable to live in. You use this word when talking about the structure of a house or describing a building. It is also used in everyday conversations when discussing weather, repairs, or parts of a home. For example, you can say, the roof is very strong, to describe its condition. Another example is, we need to fix the roof, which means it has a problem and needs repair. You might also say, rain is hitting the roof, when talking about the sound of rain. Another example is, the cat is on the roof, to describe location. The eighth word is floor. A floor is the walking surface inside a room or building. It is the flat surface that you stand on, walk on, and place furniture on. Floors can be made of different materials, such as wood, tile, or carpet. You use this word when talking about parts of your home, describing rooms, or explaining where something is. It is a very common word in daily English because we use and see the floor all the time. For example, you can say, the floor is clean, to describe its condition. Another example is, please don't sit on the floor, which is a common instruction. You might also say, there is water on the floor, to describe a situation. Another example is, I dropped my phone on the floor, to explain what happened. The ninth word is wall. A wall is a room divider. It is a vertical structure that surrounds or separates spaces inside a house or building. Walls create rooms, provide privacy, and support the structure of the home. You use this word when talking about parts of your home, describing a room, or explaining where something is located. It is a very common word in everyday English because every room has walls. For example, you can say, the wall is white, to describe its color. Another example is, there is a picture on the wall, which tells where something is placed. You might also say, he is standing next to the wall, to describe someone's position. Another example is, the walls are very clean, when talking about the condition of a room. The 10th word is furniture. Furniture means home items. It refers to the things you have in your house that make it comfortable and useful, such as chairs, tables, beds, sofas, and cupboards. These are the items you use every day for sitting, sleeping, eating, and storing things. You use this word when talking about what is inside your home or when describing a room. It is a very common word, especially when you want to talk about comfort, design, or the arrangement of a space. For example, you can say, we bought new furniture for our house. To talk about new items, another example is, the furniture in this room is very modern, which describes the style. You might also say, I need to move the furniture when rearranging a room. Another example is, this furniture is very comfortable, to describe how it feels.